welcome back to Kaleidoscope. We have come to this nice place. It's called Lowbanks. It's not very far from our house. It's like around 100 kilometers away. It's a part of Niagara itself. But this place is really nice, and also the lake that you see behind me, right? It's Lake Erie. So half of the lake is in Canada and the other half is in US. If you can see on the screen, I'm not sure whether you will be able to see it, but far across you can see the US side of Lake Erie, and now we are here on the Canadian side, obviously. We have booked this nice cozy Airbnb here. We are kind of fan of Airbnb, as you can see. This is, I don't even remember, probably 4th or 5th Airbnb that we are staying in Canada. This Airbnb is costing us around $513, but the good part of this Airbnb is around 8 people can stay in this Airbnb, but we are those 6 people, only 6 adults and 1 kid, and obviously we have our 2 dogs as well. The Airbnb, I would say it's kind of an average one. I'll give you a detailed tour, but we are kind of liking the neighborhood and the area, obviously. This area is really nice. Yesterday it was very windy, so I couldn't really record it. I'll show you some clippings of yesterday as well. I'm not sure whether you can see that lighthouse over there. It's quite far away, but when you stand there and see the lighthouse, you get a sense of feeling you are in the middle of nowhere, and no matter how far you go, that's not the end. You still have miles to go before you sleep. I'll give you some other tips and tricks for such sort of short trips. Also at the same time, I'll show you some places around. So we'll basically head out now, and we'll probably go to some trails and some other neighboring places of Lowbanks sites. And yeah, so that's the plan. Before we dive into the day, our bodies were begging for some fuel, and off we go on the grand quest for food. But thanks to Easter Saturday, most places were closed. Here's tip number 1. If you are plotting a getaway during one of Canada's big holidays, pack your essentials. Finding anything open feels like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Even though we weren't particularly craving desi cuisine, it turned out to be our only option since it was the only place open. While the starters and beverages hit the spot, the main course left much to be desired. We ended up spending $191, including the tip. On the bright side, the restaurant owner turned out to be incredibly kind. He even allowed us to bring our dogs inside, a first for us in Canada.
The history about Lowbanks is this place is established around like early 1800s, and then the locality is not very big place, very small town. I would say it's a village, not a town. Very limited amount of people living on this side, and like population is not so much. Very small tiny houses. The neighborhood, like a couple of houses, and most of these houses or cottages, those are on sale.
क्या हुआ?
गांव में कोई नहीं है ठाकुर साहब।
पूरा गांव खाली है।
क्या? गांव में कोई भी नहीं?
जी हाँ, पूरा गांव खाली है।
कहाँ मर गए सब गांव वाले?
Our plan is for tonight is like to have a bonfire in here, but unfortunately we don't have no firewood in here, so we are just going to hunt up some firewood, and most probably in this area we'll find some firewoods in here. 3 bags are available.
So as you can see, we have got 2 bundles, so we are dropping $10. By the way, I love Canadian currency because I think they are much superior than the US counterpart. They are made of mostly plastic, so I love them. But anyway, coming back to the point, so now you can see nobody's here and we are just dropping those $10 here, right? So people here are very honest and they expect the same from you. So you get your wood, drop the money, and that's it.
There you go, and you can see some windmills from the distance, and most probably these guys who are living in this area are getting some electricity from these windmills. And yeah,
I can totally buy it because it was very windy yesterday, last night especially. So yeah, so it makes a lot of sense to use this sort of windmills. And few days back I actually went to US. En route I also saw a lot of windmills over there. I went to this nice lake called Loom, and beside the lake you could see a lot of windmills. When the rain started pouring, it nearly spoiled our trail adventure. But hey, we figured getting soaked outside beats sitting around bored in the Airbnb any day. Godheri Conservation is one of the most beloved spots in Lowbanks. It boasts a 13-kilometer long trail. The conservation area was dedicated to the memory of Godheri, who dedicated 35 years of service as a conservation authority employee and later served as mayor for 6 years. Now it was time to go back to the Airbnb, have some food and light up the bonfire. यहाँ पे ये गाना एप्लीकेबल नहीं है यहाँ पे There's something primal about kindling a bonfire. Fire offers us hope, warmth, light, guidance, and even sustenance. That's why the bond between human and fire has endured for over 2 million years and continues to thrive. As the day begins, our journey draws to a close. It's time for us to say goodbye to this incredible place. We'll definitely miss soaking in this view.
কে ছিল না ডেকে রে?
টিচার আর বেবি
যাবে
না
না আমি শুনলাম তোমার অনেক পছন্দ হয়েছিল ডে কেয়ারটা ভালো
না না দেখছি
দুইটা আমার।
Hello everyone, we're just entering 27 Villa Road, so let's go. Okay, not bad. There is a crib. Come inside. There's a dining space here, washroom, just one washroom I guess. That's the living area and the kitchen. It's a pretty big kitchen. I like the cooktop. It's good. I think it's working too. Yes, it's not very clean though. That's a pool place. It's a good one, but I think there's not enough space to play it properly. This is another sitting area, which is not bad. And some play here. There's one bedroom here. And there's a crib too. It's a beautiful, like it's not very big bedroom, but it's not very clean. Let's go, it's another bedroom. I think it's just for a single person, not for family for sure. It has two a single bed, but I think you can just put together and make a kind of king bed. Again, it's very damp and it's not very clean. This is the fourth floor, which is the main floor, and it's a pretty big bedroom though.
So in total, they have 4 bedrooms.
Yeah, so in total, 4 bedrooms with 3 full bedrooms and just one single bedroom.
So here in Lowbanks, we are on the banks of Lake Erie. North America has 5 Great Lakes, basically Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. So out of which 4 of these lakes are shared between US and Canada.
এক্সপিরিয়েন্স দারুণ দারুণ ভিউ, খুবই ভালো লেগেছে আর সবার সাথে খুব আনন্দও হয়েছে। আর এই যে একজন আছে সে সব থেকে বেশি আনন্দ করেছে। ওই
যার ডে কেয়ার ভালো লাগে না।
তোমার কেমন লেগেছে এখানে?
ভালো
That's the best review you can get.
লাগলো এখানে এসে সবার সাথে পরিচয় হয়েও বেশ ভালো লাগলো। ইট ওয়াজ আ গ্রেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স। আর নেক্সট টাইম, ওয়েটিং ফর নেক্সট টাইম।
Our time in Lowbanks was absolutely fantastic. The rain, sun, clouds, and wind all added to the adventure. And with great friends by your side, every moment turned into a lifelong memory. If you are planning for such trips, here are some suggestions from our end. If you are planning to visit anywhere in Canada during major holidays, make sure to have plenty of food and essentials on hand because most shops might be closed. Always keep outdoor shoes with you. Canada's weather is very unpredictable. For Airbnbs, do check refund and cancellation policy. It is not universal and varies from Airbnb to Airbnb. Always go to places with friends. It is double the fun, half the cost. If you have a pet, do consider that while booking your Airbnb. All Airbnbs do not accept that. Always carry your marinated foods and other perishable items in an ice box if the distance of the place is more than 300 kilometers.
আমি বলছি না,
এটা দিয়ে দেবো তাহলে।
ঠিক আছে।